Doing more this year might actually be the thing that's keeping you far from God. I'm a big car guy, and I remember a few years ago hearing that the quickest way to drop time around a racetrack was to cut weight. I remember immediately thinking how closely this applied to real life. In any skill, the fastest way to progress quicker and faster is by cutting the dead weight, aka the distractions. In Luke chapter 10, Jesus tells a woman who's doing a lot of the good things that there's only one thing that really matters. Today I want to talk about how doing less, not more, might be the key to make 2026 the most godly year you've had yet. In Luke chapter 10, verses 38 through 42, it reads, As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, You are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Now, Mary sits at the Lord's feet, but Martha is distracted by all the preparations she has to make for him. Now, we read the word distracted, and the Greek word is actually translated to mean to draw around in different directions, to be pulled apart internally. If you're anything like me, you probably resonate deeply with being pulled apart internally. For me, this looks like balancing my full-time job with my young professionals ministry, my relationship with my girlfriend, my faith, my family, my goals, this YouTube channel, all of these different things I'm trying to balance internally. Now, I just listed a bunch of the best things in my life. They're not inherently bad or evil, but when they come at the cost of me sitting with Jesus, I'm not choosing what's better. Martha doesn't just feel stressed. She interprets Jesus' silence as a lack of care for her. Our anxiety turns our stress into stories about God. When we're overwhelmed, we start to believe that God doesn't care and that we're alone and we have to carry everything ourselves. This leads us to want to control God and to use him. We see Martha tell Jesus to tell Mary to help me. In the book The Prodigal God by Timothy Keller about Luke 15, he writes, If, like the elder brother, you seek to control God through your obedience, then all your morality is just a way to use God to make him give you the things in life you really want. We watch Martha do a lot by being distracted, and then she gets stressed and questions God, and then she goes to him and becomes resentful and attempts to control him. Jesus says that Mary has chosen what is better. That means that all good options are not equal. Jesus wants us to choose the better over the busier. He ends with saying, it will not be taken away from her. The fruit of being with Jesus lasts. It's eternal. It's not going to be taken away from you. What you receive from Christ forms you permanently. As young men today, we don't necessarily face a lack of opportunity. We're paralyzed by too many options. Right now, there's all these influencers telling you to run marathons or get to 8% body fat or go build an online business, start day trading, start doing this, start doing that, stop doing that, get your sleep, optimize your testosterone. And there's so much stuff out there. Now, I'm not trying to say that any of these are evil. I've ran a marathon. I've done so many of these things, and they're not bad. It's just when they come at the cost of sitting with Jesus, we have to ask ourselves, am I choosing the busy and the getting things done? Or am I choosing the better and sitting with Christ? Jesus isn't calling you to rise above distraction by choosing nothing. He's calling you to choose him. Not to sit on the couch scrolling, but to sit at his feet listening to his words and obeying them. For today's call to action, I want you guys to spend 10 to 15 minutes writing out a vision for your lives. If you need help on how to do this in a godly way, I'll link my video in the description below about how to cast a vision that is aligned with God's will for your life. After you've gotten your vision down or an idea of that, I want you guys to list all of the distractions that are keeping you from fulfilling and achieving this vision. I want you guys to challenge yourselves to go a week without partaking in them or giving into them. Pray and ask God to remove all of these distractions from your life entirely. In 2026, don't focus on doing a million things all at once. Focus on the one thing that matters more than all of the other things and give it 10 times the intention you have ever given it. You're not just a cultural Christian anymore. You're choosing to become the man that God intended you to be. So don't just give him a little this year. Give it all to him. If you have any thoughts, questions, or prayer requests, please drop them below in the comments. As always, this is Brian Franklin with Made for More. Stay strong and stay faithful.